This also addresses the question that's obviously going to be brought up at some point in relation to this communities of, or excuse me, the whole LGBT plus and all of that going on. I don't want to speak directly to the condition of people's sexual nature in this reality. I only want to speak directly to the reality that there's a reason why there's not the same curriculum for a preschooler as it is for a 12th grader or a person who is going off to college. You have to be able to understand things in their degrees or else you don't get it. So even for us at this stage of awareness, for us to be completely aware of the power of Tantra, to be able to even have children right now, but really not know what we're doing, to not know what I just showed you in relation to Venus, her precession, when it's conjunct Orion, and when the seed comes forth that births the giant. And then how the giant, if not managed properly and reared properly with all the masters, if it grows up, it will reap thorns and thistles for you, meaning that the children are so powerful that when we're not actually raising them properly, they become powerful destroyers of us because we didn't raise them properly. And this is the whole process. And what is properly? Well, you would need to know that first. You would need to know how to build the temple within yourself before you could actually teach your children how to do the same thing. But now we're living in it already happened. Now what are we going to do? Meaning we already have these kids. Some of them been trained properly, but most of them have not. What are we going to do now? How are we going to take this thing out of a tailspin? But before I answer that, let us just realize again that very directly, if you teach a 5-year-old something that you should be teaching a 12-year-old, they're not going to get it. They're going to get a distorted idea of what you're talking about. And that is a form of abuse, right? So this form of abuse is also speeding up time, because what it's really said is that you're going to learn something. You're going to learn about something that you probably should learn 20 years from now. But we're going to show it to you now. Okay. So at this point, this is the negative aspect of time travel. This child is fast forwarded into the future. True, they're aware of all this. They know about all this. They had this experience in their DNA, but it has not been unpacked in that order. Okay. So when someone unpacks it in another order, that's how you accomplish time travel within a person's spirit. And then when you hook everybody, and that's why I was saying there's only this faster, more, expand. I need it. I have to have it. I'm going to go far. It's going to be big. All of that is all saying the same thing. It's all one direction. It's saying faster, 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 faster. Because the other one, which is let's hold the space. Let's stop for a moment. Let's slow things down. Only show me what I need. Let me focus. Let me get rid of all the stuff that I don't want. See, that's another direction. So all words really are just those two different directions. Okay? So in us learning how to balance out all these varieties of two different directions, how to keep these two forces in balance, right? But when it's not in balance, then everyone will get confused. The language will become confused because the languages are the bodies. Now the bodies become confused. And then now everyone starts to break up and not figure out how they all connect to each other. And then the time traveling starts, meaning that people start fast forwarding everything. The computers get faster. They just want to get out of this. They start making more money. They start expanding further, creating more things. When the original problem is we're not taking care of the things that we're having. We're not actually using the things that we have to their full magnitude. Do you know what I make this computer cry every day. I have it with 20 things going on at the same time. Do most people use that to that magnitude? No. So it's just another thing that's not being used to the full magnitude, but that's just an example. Do you see what people have been incapable of doing with the human body? Like flipping and jumping off stuff and, perfect. Like there was some sword battles and, it was all love. But man, the technique and the break dancing and the spinning on the head and the parkour and all those different things that are shown that, if you had the patience, there's so many different things. Even if you didn't have arms and legs, there's things that you could do with your mind. You can move shit. But if you just had the patience to stay with that child, to stay with that aspect of yourself that's still in seed form, that you don't know everything about it yet, but you're willing to actually cultivate it and to help it grow. Okay? But that's not exactly what's happening in our time right now. So we now must evoke the other aspect of what fast forwarding time needs, which is slowing down time, because that's another part of time travel, to slow things down, where everything's moving like, and you're watching all of it, and time is also moving at that same speed. So there's a way. Don't just think about how things are speeding up, speeding up, speeding up. That's just because of this certain spell that's in the reality. But you can slow things down in order to be able to focus on cultivating your power, because what we're talking about here, and I'm just giving you a very soft version. Like when I'm showing you, these stars, and I'm showing you the Dogen, and I'm kind of showing you the after effect though. Even if I'm showing you on a screen, I'm showing you the after effect, the shadow. You can only imagine what this stuff really is when you're completely aligned and it's perfected. It has all of the abilities that have been ascribed to it and more, meaning that people have always taken these symbols and they put the hexagram all on them, all in their face, pentagram all on their face, all on their booty, all over the place. Why? Because they know this has power. Help me, protect me. The sheriff's badges and all the stuff on the regalia. Help me, protect me. But they won't have help and protection unless they know what these signs really mean. Now you're learning what they really mean and how that corruption has come about.